What if the greatest victory is choosing not to fight? The warrior who laid down his sword. A lesson beyond victory. Welcome to MindFuel Diaries, stories that awaken still fire within the restless heart. This is the tale of a man who won every battle except the one inside him. Kael was a soldier carved by years of conquest. His sword was legend. His name carried fear. Yet when peace finally came, he discovered something more terrifying than war. Silence. He couldn't sleep without the sound of marching feet. His hands trembled as if gripping invisible steel. He had forgotten how to be still. One morning he left the capital and wandered north. Along a narrow path, he met a robed stranger drawing lines in the dirt. "You seem unarmed," Kael said. The man smiled. "Everything that could be taken from me, I've already released." Kael frowned. "Then you'd last one day on a battlefield." "And you?" the man asked. "How long can you last off it?" The words struck like an unseen blade. Before Kael could answer, the stranger vanished into the mist. That night, Kael rested beside a moonlit stream, its surface shimmering like a quiet reminder of a world that asked nothing of him. He unsheathed his sword out of habit, and the steel caught the pale light, reflecting not glory, but the exhaustion etched into his eyes. "All my life you gave me purpose," he murmured, thumb brushing the cold metal, "and stole it the same." The truth startled him. How long had he mistaken constant battle for meaning? How many pieces of himself had he traded just to feel useful? The stream murmured softly, its gentle rhythm exposing a contrast he could no longer ignore. Water flowed without needing to conquer. It simply existed and was enough. Kael set the sword beside him, feeling a strange lightness as he stepped out of its shadow. For the first time in years, he lay down unarmed, letting the night hold him without fear. He dreamed of countless shadows, each bearing his face, each raising a sword. He fought until his breath turned to smoke. When his blade finally fell, the shadows dissolved. A voice in the wind whispered, "You cannot defeat what you refuse to forgive." He woke trembling, lighter than before. At sunrise, he stood in the river's shallows, sword in hand. Water lapped to the steel like a benediction. "I don't need you anymore," he said, and released it. The current took the blade, flashing once before disappearing downstream. His hands were empty and finally steady. Kael began helping rebuild the villages he once defended. The same hands that destroyed now mended roofs and planted trees. People called him the Quiet One. When asked about his past, he only smiled. "The sun sets without battle," he would say, "and still wins the day." Years later, he met the robed stranger again beneath an old tree. "You walk lighter now," the man said. Kael nodded. "I traded metal for mercy. Do you miss the war?" "Sometimes," Kael admitted, "but the wind no longer needs my sword to move. There is a fatigue that rest cannot cure, only release." Kael learned that surrender is not weakness, it is clarity. Seneca wrote, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior." To lay down the blade is to stop cutting your own reflection. Freedom begins where the need to win ends. This story was brought to you by MindFuel Diaries, where timeless wisdom walks beside the heart. Not every triumph is loud. Sometimes the greatest victory is learning to walk away without leaving yourself behind.